All right, so we're out at an office spot, and I figured I'd kind of do like this is technically going to be my third flight with it. So first up, I'll just show you guys the goggles. It's got this nice little hinge on it. The battery's built into it. Not sure how I feel about that. We've got an adjustment on the back for tightness, so you can just kind of tighten it down. Got the drone itself. Pretty cool. And then I've got the motion controller here. I'm waiting on the controller 3. That's gonna come this week, I think. So I'll do another video. I'll actually film with that. But for now, we'll just try this. We're gonna do beginner mode just to start things off. Squeeze the trigger and you move forward. And then you can kind of just steer. If you want to go backwards, you just, it's almost like driving an RC car. All right, let's put it into the faster mode. Turned off the beginner mode. You can see this thing kind of rips. Woo! It's just very awkward with the motion controller, I gotta say. See how far down we could look. That's pretty cool. So if I go higher, that's pretty badass, guys. So aircraft braking, it locks the gimbal. If I unlock it, I can point down. That's pretty cool, guys. I like it. It's a little hokey. All right, so let's land. Oh, actually, I gotta bring it back. I gotta swap the battery anyway. All right, this thing kinda, it does rip. Is it the fastest thing in the world? Absolutely not. Woo! Let's go, baby. I feel like such a nerd holding this thing, though. I gotta be honest. Feels like I have nothing to hold on to. Let's try slow. This is pretty rad. Let's try the cornering. Woo, baby. You know, normally I wouldn't be screaming as much as I am, but I'm more worried about how much money I'm gonna be out once I crash this thing than the close calls actually are. This is pretty rad. All right, let's bring it in. All right, so final thoughts on this excursion with the motion controller. It's pretty cool. Overall, I think this drone rips. It's pretty good for what it is. Perfect for a vacation. Perfect for trying to get that shot at the beach. Perfect if you're a beginner and you're just trying to figure out where you fit into FPV because you're not sure whether you should get a small, cheap drone or something really expensive or build your own or where to start. It is definitely high up there on the price list. It's like $1,200 just to get in the door. So you have to have some spare cash to be willing to even do that. And I understand because this hobby can be very expensive very, very quickly. But when you also factor in the fact that it comes with the goggles, comes with the controller, comes with the batteries. I got the Fly More package, so it came with 3 packs. And the drone, some spare props, stuff like that. $1,200. You figure you're gonna spend about $500 on goggles no matter what you get. Analog, digital, if you get anything that's worth getting, it's probably about that anyway. The only hiccup with these goggles is that they are a little restricted with this battery pack on the back and the fact that they're not yet backwards compatible with the air unit. So I believe there's some limited functionality with this thing in regards to the older equipment. It's probably a firmware update that they're going to release, but because I'm not really that deep in the game, I can't really tell you that that's a definite possible, you know, I don't know if that's actually going to happen. It seems like it would, but you might be buying these goggles to really work with like 2 or 3 quads. It's not necessarily going to work out of the box with everything that you've got. So there is that consideration. But again, this is like a very niche product. This is really for getting beauty shots, and there's a time and a place to use this thing. And it's not necessarily to be out there ripping and having fun with your friends. You're not going to be able to really crash it. And it really is for cinematic type stuff. So if that's what you're interested in doing, it's a great entry-level drone for that. If you're going to be out there bashing stuff, I suggest you build your own, learn how to do it, buy a kit, buy a pre-built, and then learn how it comes apart and how to rebuild it yourself. But otherwise, this thing's pretty rad, and I'm glad you stuck around for the video. So if you like this, please make sure you check the links down in the description below. I've got some links down there to some good stuff. I'm gonna actually take out my other quad and fly a real pack with a real drone. And yeah, so if you stuck around, I appreciate it. I'll catch you on the next video very soon.